I've not tried the new ones, but
Fucking stupid.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
that's
good
how I
one.
feel about them. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think this one's going to be my new favorite, though.
I was wrong.
Hey. You can use that to not gaslight the audience, I guess. Like make it sound like I'm saying I was wrong, even if I'm not.
I don't know, Tucker, you have any feelings?
I was wrong.
I know.
We all know.
Oh,
There's that. And then, of course, one that we haven't used yet, but it's here in case we need it.
Can you smell my breath?
that's a good one.
So,
yeah.
it's magic is what it is. But
Magic.
it's it's magic. Okay, so we're already recording. Oh yeah, here we go.
No sequel for you.
We know who we are. We can say to the world, hey, this is us. We're the Disenfranchised Podcast, and we like us. Yes, that's right. We're the podcast all about those franchises of those films that fancy themselves full-fledged franchises before falling flat on their face after the first film. I am your host, Stephen Foxworthy, decked out in my milkman regalia, and joining me, as always, also decked out in milkman regalia, it's Tucker. Hey, Tucker.
Thank you for not using my full name this time. Hey, you guys.
Again, I cannot apologize enough for that thing that happened last week, apparently. My bad.
Hey, you guys. I smelled something intriguingly sexy just a moment ago, and I sniffed my pits, and it was me. I just got this new deodorant called Sexy Intrigue. I always get ladies' deodorants because I usually like the way ladies smell more than guys. Sometimes guys smell good, but usually it's the ladies, so I get the ladies' deodorant. And I gotta say, I bought this kind of as a joke, but it really is intriguingly sexy.
So what you're saying is
nice.
you're pretty glad that you could keep the beard? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's kind of like cocoa butter and like a slight like generic perfume smell to it. Like those two things together. It's not very strong, but it's very nice. Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good. That's good. I wish you guys could smell it. I wish you guys could smell it.
What an anecdote that was, eh, Stephen?
And oh boy, Brett, I have a feeling that I already know how you feel about it, but let me take a wild guess here. I have a feeling you think it's
Fucking stupid.
Oh,
got him. And Tucker, I know how you feel that you thought that was going to be a good anecdote, but I know ultimately
I was wrong.
yeah. Well, well.
Yep, just me playing on the soundboard. That's all. But hey, you heard him, and you can't see him, but he is also dressed like a milkman. Damn it, we have to coordinate a little better next time. It is our good friend. He is returned from the wilderness. It turns out he was he's been at this freak show for the longest time, and we had no idea until just now. But he's back. Welcome back to the program, Mr. Brett Wright. Hey, Brett.
Hello, Stephen.
There it is. God, it's like a balm for my soul.
Yeah.
Too many milk.
Look, two milkmen is theoretically possible. 3 is just ridiculous. And I'm not going to ask why your guys' microphones are dressed up like milkmen. We're just going to move right past it.
Yeah.
But we are here. This has been this month has been a fun game of like a shell game of trying to schedule this damn podcast. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This was one we were supposed to cover a couple weeks ago. And then we were unable to get in touch with a guest. I didn't want to cover that film without that particular guest. So we doubled back to this one, and here we are, all in one place to talk about the 1993 film directed by Tom Stern and Alex Winter. Yes, that Alex Winter, a little movie called Freaked, starring Alex Winter and also Michael Stoyanov, Megan Ward, Randy Quaid, William Sadler, Alex Zuckerman, Keanu Reeves, yes, that Keanu Reeves, Mr. T, yes, that Mr. T, Brooke Shields, yes, that Brooke Shields, Bobcat Goldthwait,
Yeah.
yes, that Bobcat Goldthwait,
Same one.
Derek
Director
McGrath,
extraordinaire.
Jeff Kahn, John Hawkes, yes, that John Hawkes, Lee Ehrenberg. Who else we got? We got Ray Baker. We got Tom Stern. We got a director of Wicked for Good, John M. Chu, is in this movie. What a cast! What a pick! Oh, and I didn't even mention Morgan Fairchild. Fuck. There it is. What a cast! What a picture! Dare I say it?
Did you mention Keanu Reeves and I missed it?
Yeah, I said yes. That Keanu Reeves.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was the first of that tirade of yes that. Like I did like 5 in a row there.
It's always nice to see William Sadler in anything, I think. I was introduced to him in Shawshank Redemption.
He's really good. Yeah, he's a phenomenal actor.
And I like him in lots of stuff. I really like him as Death in the Bill and Ted movies as well.
Which is undoubtedly why he's here. Like this feels like Alex Winter calling in a lot of favors to get this movie made.
And look, I know that people don't necessarily like Die Hard 2. I think it's a little underappreciated. But I like him as the bad guy in that movie too.
He is the villain in Die Hard 2. That's right,
and he's naked.
He is.
Like the first time you see him, his whole butt is just right there. The focus of the frame is his beautifully toned naked buttocks.
Sadler ass. Yep,
Yeah.
just on display for the world to see.
Yeah.
Also in this movie, Larry Bud Melman himself, Calvert DeForest, here also like.
You
We
love that
just
guy.
he's a character, all right. But yeah, there it is. Just what a stacked cast in this very deeply bizarre movie. Go ahead, Tucker, please.
I never realized that John Hawkes was the cowboy because he's under a lot of makeup.
Correct.
But it's weird.
And also,
because,
you wouldn't know from his voice in this either.
Yeah, I saw him. He's famously in the opening scene to From Dusk Till Dawn, which is why I always bring up when you talk about Benny's in Chicago. I always call it Benny's World of Blood because George Clooney says he's going to turn Benny's World of Liquor into Benny's World of Blood.
Correct.
And John Hawkes is the guy behind the counter, and it's weird because I saw him in that, and then I didn't see him in anything for years, but it seems like in the last 5 years or so, I see him in everything.
He's prolific. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the first thing I noticed John Hawkes in was his Academy Award nominated turn as in Winter's Bone, which he's amazing in. This joke has been done 3 times. Anne Hathaway of giving me a bone, Winter's Bone. Really, we're just isolating like half of our audience right now, and our other co-host, I'm sure.
Boy,
Correct.
It's a Saturday Night Live. Wayne and Garth are going through the Oscar nominees, and they keep like whispering Winter's Bone.
it was for the 40th. It was the one they did on the 40th.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But it was either the 40th or when Carvey came back to host, one of the two. Or maybe it was Myers. I'm not sure.
I feel like they were very close together, and I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, I don't either. But at any rate, like I first knew him from Winter's Bone, but after Winter's Bone, I just started seeing him in everything. Like I couldn't, and that's pretty consistently lasted. Like John Hawkes is just, yep.
Like he's all over. That was the first thing I saw him in after From Dusk Till Dawn. I watched Deadwood, and I'm like, oh hey, there's that guy. I wonder what he's been doing. And then he was in that most recent season of True Detective. He's really good in that because normally he plays, from what I've seen, he is usually more on the good side of morality in things that he's in. But in the True Detective season, he's kind of an ass.
Right.
It was cool to see him be an ass. He's good at being an ass as well.
He's a good actor. Let's just say it. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's good at it. He's real
He's
good at that acting.
Very good. So Tucker, this was a movie that you suggested. This is essentially a straight up by another name, really. Like you figuring out a way to put a movie that would normally be relegated to straight up as just a regular main feed episode. What is your history with this film? Why were you so adamant that we cover 1993's Freaked?
Well, I've always been a huge fan of Alex Winter, going back to Bill and Ted and, Lost Boys, stuff like that. And I've even seen some of the documentaries that he's done. I think he's a really good filmmaker as well. But I remember seeing this on HBO when I was a kid, and I didn't know what it was, but I thought it was really, really cool. And then when I got a little older and started getting into film and stuff, I saw it proper. I was able to get a VHS of it, which I don't have anymore. I do have a DVD of it, and I have the 4K that I showed you guys before we started the recording. But it's just always kind of been, excuse me. It's always sort of been in the second string of my favorite movies to have on physical media. Not the first string, not the elites, but kind of the other guys. Freaked is one of the other guys.
This is no Buckaroo Banzai.
No.
Let's get it straight.
No. It's kind of in the junior varsity of the movies,
Brett, you also were familiar with this movie before this recording. What is your history with this film? Where do you stand on Freaked?
Very similar to Tucker, honestly, except I've never owned it on physical media.
Do you want my DVD?
Sure.
Okay, you can have it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I liked Alex Winter, Lost Boys, Bill and Ted. And then, you stumble across this movie on HBO. And around the time I stumbled upon it, they were playing this shit on rotation. Because that's what HBO did back in the day, right? Like, they had, they would show the same block of movies over and over and over again, like every
right.
day.
Yeah. I mean, they were the home box office. It was basically like the stop for movies before they hit network TV.
Well, it was kind of like a Blockbuster where like you had a stable of old movies that you played all the time, but then also you had the wall of new releases. Like they kind of had their standards, but then like a new release would come out and that would get into the rotation for a while. But Freaked was there for a while.
Every Saturday was the premiere of the new films, if I recall. Every Saturday. But yeah, I would watch every time I'd stumble across it channel surfing, I would stop and watch it.
So what was for many people like a Shawshank Redemption kind of movie where, oh, this is on, we're watching it. For you, it was Freaked.
Yeah, I mean, I also did that with Shawshank Redemption because that's what everybody does. But
I mean, it's kind
mine
of
was 48 hours, but yeah,
pretty much. I don't know why. I can't really tell you. I thought it was funny and weird, and you look back and it feels like it's very much the 90s distilled into a film.
Yes, very much so.
It is certainly an aesthetic. They kind of took, the picture of the green guy with the bulging eyes, and he's like in the hot rod shifting the gears. Like it's like that picture of the movie. Yes,
I think is what you're thinking of. Yes,
it's that aesthetic. The movie.
Yeah, and it's somebody who also loved Liquid Television on MTV.
Oh yeah,
had a lot of really fucking weird animation like that. I think that's what drew me to it as well. Just the weird special effects that mirrored that sort of animation.
Well, didn't Alex Winter have something to do with Liquid TV at some point?
The Idiot Box was the show that he did.
Oh, that's the one, yeah.
Which was kind of the genesis of this film in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It was a sketch show. I think it was on MTV called The Idiot Box that he did with, and that was how he and Tom Stern worked on that. And then I think they pulled in another friend of theirs, Tim Burns, from that show, and he also joined them in writing the script for this as well. One of the many rewrites this movie went through.
Nice. Yeah, dude.
Steven, what's your history with this film?
Yeah.
I watched this movie a couple of weeks ago when we were going to cover it the first time. And that is my first and only exposure to Freaked. I did not know this was a movie until Tucker, I think, sent me the trailer. I want to say like 2 years ago. I remember watching it in my apartment in Evanston on the north side of Chicago, north of Chicago, north suburbs of Chicago, when I first moved up to Illinois. And I remember watching the trailer, and I remember Tucker in particular had been talking about it for some reason. And so I checked it out. I was like, this is fucking weird. And I didn't really think about it after that until Tucker's like, hey, we should cover Freaked. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll put it on the schedule. And then I didn't think about it again until, oh, I guess Freaked is coming up on the schedule. I should probably watch that. And then I watched it, and I honestly haven't thought about it a lot in the couple weeks since. So we're going to have a fun time.
That's too bad.
That is too bad, because it's not like it's not a movie that doesn't leave an impression on you, because it absolutely does.
It is. No, you're absolutely correct. But like, I don't know, this is a movie, as I was watching, and I'm going to put my cards on the table here. As I was watching this movie, I completely understood why this movie really resonates with people our age, like why they get this. But by the same token, I don't think I am of the right age now to really like it. This is for me what Howard the Duck is for Tucker. Like if I'd seen this when I was younger, I'd probably love this movie.
Oh, and what Empire Records is for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Valid. Very valid.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, and I'm going like, I get it. Like I get why this is funny, and I get and there's stuff in this movie that works, and the stuff that works really, really well. The rest of it doesn't. And there's so many moments in this movie where I'm just, it feels like let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Like this movie leaves nothing. And I'm wondering, like, there's so many disparate voices. There's so much going on. I have to wonder who the hell this movie is for. And I don't know the answer. I just know it's not for me. I know that. This movie wasn't made for me, but it was made for somebody. And those people, I know, love this movie. I mean, this movie has a very big cult following.
It was made for kids like Tucker and me. Like
Right.
Teenagers like Tucker and me. Like
I was going to say, that really tracks.
You don't.
And I just didn't have HBO as a kid.
You get a movie like this every couple years as kind of outsider cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And I think another film that this reminds me of, not in the plot or the tone or anything, just in the way it presents itself, though, is Cecil B. Demented, which I am hoping we're covering soon. And I wish they'd put out a 4K of that. There's a really cool Blu-ray release, but like I don't want to get the Blu-ray, and then next thing I know, there's a 4K.
Right, there's a 4K.
But
that's how I feel about Pecker. Speaking of John Waters, I've never
it's
actually seen Pecker. It just sounded like a fun joke. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's a pretty okay John Waters movie. But I say it's kind of got that same kind of spirit as Cecil B. Demented, to where it knows it's not for everybody. So instead of trying to be accessible, it just goes really hard on the shit that it wants to do. Like it just doubles down. It's like, we know who this is for, so we're going to really, really make it for those people.
Yes. And by the same token, it's also very similar to something like a pair of 1999 films. Tucker, get the timestamp right already. Two movies that we've actually covered on this podcast before, Mystery Men, and like it's very much had those kind of vibes to me, in that like this is some kind of weird outsider art. Like Mystery Man at least has kind of the mainstream thing going for it. Like you get a lot of people kind of as they're coming up. So like your Ben Stillers, your Janine Garofalo's, your William H. Macy's, Jeffrey Rush, etc., versus something like, which is for like Jim Varney is the most recognizable person in that movie. But like both of those are just kind of these kind of weird pieces of outsider art. And I was getting big vibes like both, like, and those movies are not for everybody either. Like those movies are made for a very specific like group of people. They wanted Mystery Men to be bigger, but that movie is so esoteric and weird. There's no way that movie could be for everybody. But like this felt very much like that to me. As I was watching this movie, I was getting big Mystery Men vibes, big vibes. Like I was getting all of that.
It definitely exists in that same space, and that's one of the things I appreciate about it. I agree with you, Steven, that there's things that work in this movie and things that don't, and there are jokes that land and jokes that don't, and it's about 50-50. But I think when I'm in the mood to watch this, it doesn't matter. I just appreciate it. I'm just in awe that it exists, and I'm impressed that it got made and that I'm allowed to watch it in public.
That this exists is kind of a miracle. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, with the cast and the effects are amazing. Coming off Return to Oz.
Very incredible practical effects. Yes, I agree.
Another film that is just full of fantastic practical effects.
Yeah.
Very, very into it. I love all the effects in this film. I really love the Rastafarian eyeballs with Uzis.
I.
They're both like the cutest and most revolting things I've ever seen in my life. Like they repel me and not attract me. I don't say they attract me. I'm not attracted to them, but they repel me and I find them aesthetically pleasing at the same time. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of that in this movie where you're just like the imagery itself is grotesque, but it's so well done that you have to admire it.
Yeah. Yep. And the big monsters at the end are just like the most disgusting things I've ever seen, but boy are they a sight to behold. I tell you what, just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Like just not only are the effects really good in this, but the designs are just wildly creative. And you can only be that creative when no one is saying, no, don't do that. No, don't do this. You let them just go wild. And this is what you get.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I'm a big fan.
Unbridled imagination for sure.
Stream of consciousness had to have been happening for the script. I'm gonna start writing, and whatever I write sticks. We're not no rewrites. We're not taking anything out.
I mean, there were obviously rewrites in this movie, like, but this also does not feel like a movie with a lot of studio meddling either, which is when we get into like the history of this thing is kind of also fairly miraculous because there was a studio head shift at the studio as they were making this movie, and the new studio head did not like this movie, did not like the fact that they were spending $12 million to make this movie.
Fair, but
so again, who is this movie for? Not for the new head of the studio, that's for damn sure. But again, that's kind of one of those things that we talk about a lot on this podcast. Like there's a lot of times there will be a leadership change within a studio, and all of a sudden this movie that they had really big plans for, all of a sudden they're just going to bury it like third weekend or something. Like we're just not going to engage with this at all after this point. So, which is something that absolutely happened with this movie and something that Alex Winter, I think, kind of still laments to this day. So
yes, indeed. When you were talking about the cast, I was kind of sad that you didn't mention David Almost Bowie, co-star of UHF. He plays Bob in UHF. He does have a small role in this.
He does. Yes, you're right. He does. Also, another one I didn't mention, Deep Roy is in this movie very briefly at the beginning of the film.
Very briefly.
Very briefly, but I do love Deep Roy. He's great. Like there's just so much going on in this movie. So many like visual gags, so many weird. I mean, like you get Brooke Shields kind of in this movie just as kind of a weird piece of stunt casting. At one point they mentioned the movie Return to Blue Lagoon, and she says, "Oh, I hate that movie."
It's on the plane there. That's the
in-flight
movie.
Yeah, which of course is a joke on the fact that she was in the original Blue Lagoon, but was not involved in any way in the sequel.
Are they still legally allowed to show that movie? Haven't we as a society decided that we should not watch that?
We shouldn't really watch either one. Let's be very clear. Neither film should be seen.
Yeah.
We're gonna But and if you don't know why, just I don't know, Wikipedia that shit. It's not good.
Will do.
No.
Brad's like, Roger that. Let's just say Brooke Shields was very young when she made that
very
movie.
naked.
And yes. one might say too young and too
And
naked,
too naked. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
Exactly.
as it were.
But bringing it back ever so
Brief
briefly
history of Blue Lagoon.
to David Almost Bowie, I really like that everything that I've seen him in, like I saw he's a main character in UHF, but everything else I see him in, it's just like a one and done. He always has a
Yes.
line. Like, I think the first thing I saw him in after UHF was Cable Guy. He's
Mhm.
the paramedic in the helicopter at the end of Cable Guy, where Jim Carrey's like, "Are you really my buddy? Sure,
Right.
pal, sure. It's your boy David
Yeah.
Almost Bowie. That's Bobo the Clown.
That's Bobo the Clown.
Fall down, go boom."
Another actor like that is Rick Ducommun, an actor I really love.
yeah.
He's the only lead role he's got is in Joe Dante's The Burbs, but he's
Mhm.
like, he shows up in Gremlins 2, he shows up in Hunt for Red October. Like, he's just kind of one of those guys who just everything else he does is just kind of this small role, but he's always so good. Or was R.I.P. Rick Ducommun, but yes.
Yeah, dude. Well, we love those bit players.
We do. We love those. We love the that guys. All the that guys. We love them. We truly, truly love them. But yes, Dave Bowe or Bowie,
Almost Bowie.
almost Bowie. Like he's great. We love him. We love to see him. And yeah, I was hoping for a bigger role from him in this movie, but no, he's just one of the businessmen there at the end with
He's
William
there. He
Sadler.
has a line, and there you go.
Yeah, that's
Have
it.
fun.
Yeah. We're just here. So I mean, you got Don Stark from that '70s show here as well. Like, just again, just a solid cast of like that guy players. It's really, really wonderful, honestly. And then of course the big get for this movie is Keanu Reeves, who is at the time in '93 like mid
So he did
ascension.
Speed, wasn't it? Didn't he do Speed that same year?
Let's
I feel
talk
like
the
that's what he was-
Keanu arc.
I feel like that's what he was filming when they were filming this, which is why Johnny Knoxville had to be his stand-in for like
Right.
90% of the movie.
Right, an uncredited Johnny Knoxville, of course, an uncredited Keanu Reeves as
For
well.
An uncredited Keanu Reeves, yes.
Right. So 91, we get Point Break, we get Bogus Journey, we get My Own Private Idaho, and we get the Paula Abdul video Rush with Keanu Reeves. So 91, a great year for Keanu. 92, we get Sony Pictures, Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
We don't talk about that one.
We're going to talk about it.
We don't talk about his accent in that one.
Would you rather we talk about his accent in the movie he does after Freaked, Much Ado About Nothing?
Oh no, I've not seen that, but I love Keanu Reeves a lot, but it is definitely possible for him to be miscast. And
what about
he
the
has
accent
been a
he
few
does
times.
in 1988's Dangerous Liaisons? Do we want to talk about
No,
that
thank you.
accent?
If we're doing 80s,
let's talk about Dracula. We'll just talk about Dracula, and that's fine. That's it.
Can we just talk about Parenthood instead of either of those?
Well, I mean, and that's again well before 93 is Freaked, Much Ado About Nothing, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues, and Little Buddha. So none of those really hitting in 93, but then 94 you get Speed, and 95 you get Johnny Mnemonic, Walk in the Clouds.
Yeah. You guys, do you remember the Johnny Mnemonic VHS? It was his face, but the head was a window, and you could see the tape in the VHS tape. And it's like, look it up online. Look at the VHS case. Look at it right now.
96, you get Chain Reaction and Feeling Minnesota. And then 97, you get The Last Time I Committed Suicide and The Devil's Advocate before we finally get the true thing that nails him to the map in 1999, which of course is The Matrix.
Yeah, dude.
We also probably shouldn't talk about his accent in Devil's Advocate either. Dude should just do not do an accent at all.
It's one of those things where you're like, he's a young actor and he's trying to like probably like stretch himself, but you take big swings and make big choices like that, and they don't always hit. And yeah, not everyone is good at accents, and not everyone should do them. And I think Keanu Reeves is one of those people. He's great at so many other things. Accent's just not
Yeah,
one of
and
them.
and as I'm a devil's advocate enjoyer, but I just can't.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Sometimes I can't watch
I've
it
seen it.
because of his accent.
Right.
It's real bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I have not engaged with a lot of early Keanu.
Thank you for
It's
your honesty.
I appreciate, I appreciate latter day Keanu, but I've not really engaged with a lot of early Keanu. I have, of course, seen his accent in Dracula. I have seen his accent in Dangerous Liaisons. My ex saw Les Liaisons Dangereuses on Broadway with Liev Schreiber,
Oh word! I like
which
Liev
is
Schreiber.
he's great. You do love Liev Schreiber. You love that guy. And of course, I've seen all the Bills and Teds. So I do enjoy. And I was an avid watcher of the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures television cartoon show as well, which in its first season featured the voices of Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter as Bill and Ted.
That's true.
The era of 90s cartoons, we're just going to turn every 80s movie into a cartoon.
Correct.
I really
it worked
like
for
how
a
they
long
had.
time.
Well, and that was another one. Like, you know how Back to the Future, the animated series, had the intros with Doc Brown, with Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown.
Exactly. Yes.
If I remember correctly, the Bill and Ted show, at least for a while, had live action intros with George Carlin as Rufus.
I think you're right
Am
on
I
that.
misremembering? Is that
I
a
think
thing
you
that
might
happened?
be. I think that might be correct.
Yeah.
But again, I remember again my weird stupid human trick about knowing television theme songs. I remember bits and pieces of that theme song despite not having seen it since the early 90s. I remember quoting a line from it in a paper I wrote in high school, which is to save the future, we must learn about the past. That is a line that is embedded in my stupid brain for no reason.
I like it.
It's a pretty good line, to be fair. Yeah,
it is. You can stream the first season currently on Prime Video and Pluto TV. You can stream the second season right now on the Roku channel. Don't know why you want to stream the second season, though, because that one doesn't have Alex Winter or Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah, but it's probably got, like, some cool voice actors from the time, right?
You know who we've got. We've got Tress MacNeille. We've got Joe Alasky. We've got the great Maurice LaMarche.
There you go.
Rob Paulson, Dana Hill. We do have 13 episodes worth of George Carlin.
That's the usual suspects lineup of 90s voice actors right there.
Into it, yeah.
You've also Roscoe Lee Brown is in there as well. Fucking love that guy. Yeah, I mean, we got some solid vocal talent on this show. So
what's wild to me is that you have the Back to the Future cartoon having Christopher Lloyd. You have the Bill and Ted cartoon with Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves. But straight up, Ernie Hudson auditions to play Winston in the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. They're like, "Nah, man, you're not that good."
They give it to Arsenio instead.
They give it to Arsenio off for some reason.
Come on, man.
Why?
I have read multiple different things on this. One of the things I read is like, we can't have the one guy sounding exactly like the guy from the movie and then none of the other guys sounding like the guys from the movie.
I don't know.
Which makes sense, but it sucks for Ernie Hudson, who, like, I love seeing that guy work. Like, Ernie Hudson working is one of my favorite things.
You know, speaking of Ernie Hudson, you know, I've spoken many times on the pod about how I met him, and he's very nice. Well, I've also met Alex Winter.
Oh, okay.
And
Tell us about that.
When I met him, this is the film we talked about.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
I bet his eyes lit up.
I was going to say, I bet he was so excited. Yeah.
He was a lot like Ernie Hudson, which is why I bring them up in the same breath here. That he was very friendly. He was very excited to talk to people and, like, ask them about themselves and not just, like, answer questions. But he was a really, really talkative guy, really accommodating guy. We talked about this movie, and he signed. Well, I've showed it to you guys before. It's not up here because it's in storage, but my autographed photo of him is him.
Is Ricky Coogan from Freaked?
Yes, and it's essentially it's from basically this right here.
The picture of him half mutant, half man.
And he signed it, "Boo, dude." Yeah.
I love that for you, man. That is very exciting, actually.
He was really nice. I met him in Louisville in probably 2011, probably, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really nice.
What did he have to say about this movie? Like, what were some of the things you guys talked about? I'm sure everything. I mean, he's spoken about this movie publicly quite a bit, but like, what was the tenor of the conversation?
Well, I told him that I was a big fan of it, and we just talked about it. He said that it was a really cool experience for him. It was probably some of the most fun that he's had. Just kind of like it was like just hanging out with your friends, and just making a movie. Like everybody taked it. Everybody taked it seriously, you guys. Everybody took it seriously, but it wasn't that serious at the same time.
Right. I mean, which makes a lot of, I mean, you can kind of see that in the film too. Like that kind of spirit and energy really comes across in this movie.
He also said, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, please go ahead. Sorry.
He also said that at the time he really enjoyed like having all the makeup on and stuff. And like, that was exciting and fun, but he wouldn't do it anymore. And that was, 15 years ago. So I'm sure he's even more like, yeah, I don't want to sit in that chair.
And I don't blame him. Like it's that prosthetics are a young man's game.
Especially that one, like all that drool that you see in the movie, it's his actual drool because he can't close his mouth. Like,
right. So as someone who's had to kind of work up drool for a performance in acting, it's not always easy to do. So I did a play once where I did a play once where I had to pass out on stage. And so I would force myself to drool for like 10 solid minutes so that when they pulled my head up off the stage, I had just like a line of drool coming out of my mouth from the stage to my mouth.
Gross, Steven.
It got a reaction every night though, which is exactly what I wanted. So
speaking of reactions, this movie, something I really appreciate about this movie is that it tells you exactly what it is from the first frame. If you make it through the credits, you're good. That's like you watch the credits and that's when you decide, is this for me? Is this not for me? And they really lean into it. Like that song is annoying as shit.
Yep.
Like, just Henry Rollins like just yelling, Frank. It's like, oh man, okay, if you made it past the credits, you're okay.
The animation's pretty cool. Like I like the animation of those opening credits, but the song is
like just
exactly
wild.
This movie also reminds me a lot of, mainly because of the setting, reminds me of Nothing But Trouble, the Dan Aykroyd, the Dan Aykroyd's lone directing credit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be a good double feature. Yeah. Good double feature with this. My parents own that on DVD.
That does not surprise me. Why am I not surprised that Tucker has a deep history with Nothing But Trouble?
Whereas, see, oddly enough, I hate that movie. It's disgusting in a way I'm not a fan of.
Me too.
Right. I will confess I've never seen it. I feel like I should just watch it for the bit at this point. If we ever cover it, I will definitely. I don't know. Maybe we cover it just so you guys can force me to watch it, because I don't know if I'd watch it for any other reason.
No, we don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't.
We're not going to force you to watch it.
I'm not going to force you to watch it because I would not care to watch it again. So.
Like, you should watch it, Steve, just to say that you've watched it, to have that experience, but I don't want to watch it again.
Fair enough.
No desire. I respect it for what it is, but no thank you.
Yeah, props to Dan Aykroyd for getting a passion project like that made, but like, that's your passion project, my guy? Come on.
Like, really? I mean, you think this movie is weird and gross? Well, you have not seen Weird and Gross until you've seen,
which makes a lot of sense. Like, again, and yeah, that movie comes out just a couple years before this one, so like I feel like Freaked is kind of the Gen X version of what Nothing But Trouble is.
Well, it's got some Nothing But Trouble in its DNA for sure.
Right.
I would describe it as like Freaked is like gross and disgusting in a fun way, and Nothing But Trouble is gross and disgusting in a bad way.
It's in a way trying to gross you out and disgust you, I guess this is too, but no, Brett, I think you said it better. Yeah, just keep it simple. Freaked is good, gross, and disgusting. Nothing but trouble is gross, and disgusting.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there are also again there are elements that are truly repulsive in Freaked, to be sure. But there are also moments that are just fun and funny.
But they also don't feel realistic in Freaked. Like in Nothing But Trouble, a lot of it feels more visceral and like realistic than the fantastical shit that's happening in Freaked.
It's like the mean-spirited version of Freaked, and mean-spirited towards the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, fuck you for coming to see this movie. How dare you?
Why would you even do that?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll just, if the self-loathing gets real bad, I might just turn that on one day.
You want to borrow my parents' DVD?
I don't know. Maybe as long as your parents don't want it back, sure.
I don't think they've watched it because, like, I noticed it for the first time a couple weeks ago in their collection. I was like, have you guys watched this? And she's like, oh, my mom's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you don't know what this is? You bought this? Oh, we found it at a garage sale. Dan Aykroyd did it. Like, all right, yeah, watch that. Have fun with that, guys.
Sweet summer child.
Have fun, guys.
I remember seeing posters or like ads for Nothing But Trouble when I was a kid. Or like the VHS box when I would go to the video store, and just wondering, what is that? What movie has those four people in it, and why does Dan Aykroyd look like that?
Do you ever want to?
Was kind of my thinking as a child looking at that that box art.
Do you ever want to trick your boomer parents into watching a movie they're definitely going to hate? Suggest Nothing But Trouble. Because they'll be like, oh, look at that. I love all the people in this cast. Oh, yeah. I'll bet that's a cute show.
Chevy Chase, I hear everyone that works with him has a great time.
Especially people of color.
Yeah, and then the Mr. Bone Stripper scene happens, and
no! Man, can we change the subject, man?
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be talking about Freaked.
I mean, I'll allow the transition. I mean, it did need to be talked about because they are similar in some ways.
I mean, Randy Quaid here is essentially the Dan Aykroyd of this movie, and it's Randy Quaid. Like, we always knew Randy Quaid was weird. I feel like we've only recently come to find out just how weird Randy Quaid is.
Well, and by recently, you mean like last 15 years? I mean, like we've known for a while by this point.
By this point, yes, but like not when he was like making movies. Like, this comes out 4 years before Independence Day. Like he's I mean, and a few years after he's been on Saturday Night Live at this point. He's been in several National Lampoon's Vacation films at this point. Like,
you mean two? Yes.
Oh, he's not in European Vacation. That's right.
No,
I always forget he's not in
Vegas.
That one.
I believe he's in Vegas Vacation.
He is definitely in Vegas, but Vegas is 97. So at this point, he's only done Christmas and the original, which Christmas is 89.
The same year that he did Parents.
Parents, and see our previous episode on Parents.
That's for me. That's peak Randy Quaid. Parents is his best performance.
That makes sense. That makes sense that you would say that.
He
Brett,
shows
did you
a lot of
watching Parents?
Yeah. No, but it not.
Oh, poop, Brett! You got to watch it right now. Let's end this. Come see me on Instagram. Okay, bye, everybody.
All right, cool.
Glad we pulled Brett out of storage for this one.
I give this movie 3.5 stars. I'm out. Bye. See you guys later.
Meanwhile, like 3 people getting very like all the Brett heads are going, damn it! How dare they?
All right. As a consolation, everybody cue up Parents. We're gonna start a commentary in 1 minute.
Oh. But like, yeah, I mean, Quaid is kind of this bizarre comedy guy. Like, he's Caddyshack 2. Like, he's got this kind of pedigree around him, this comedic pedigree up to this point. And this is very much in keeping with like a kind of Cousin Eddie, like what if Cousin Eddie, but like sideshow Barker kind of guy.
Point of order: when you say Quaid, you're talking about the actor and not the character in Blade Runner, or not Blade Runner, Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Right?
Correct.
With the guy inside of him. Okay, got it.
No, that's Quado. That's not Quaid. That's Quado.
Well, the guy is Quaid. Quado is the thing inside of him.
Right. Quado's the little. Yeah. We just re-released our episode on Total Recall, so go check that one out.
What a prescient reference I've just made.
Right. It's almost like you knew that happened, and we're aware the whole time.
In the back of my subconscious, clearly.
Righteous kill, Brett. Righteous kill.
Yeah, if I hadn't stumbled over the wrong name of the movie for some fucking reason, that might have been funnier. But here we are.
You're fine. It's fine.
Live with it. We're gonna live with it. Don't edit
We're
that
just embrace it, man.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
It happens. It happens. And we have the best time. We really do. It's good. It's good to have you back, Brett. It is. It's good. It's good. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm thinking of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Blade Runner, and it's a pretty funny visual.
Yes.
Tears in the rain.
Tears in the rain. I have seen things you people would not believe.
Because clearly he's not playing Harrison Ford's character.
No, obviously. And he's clearly Roy Batty. Like Roy Batty is like the pinnacle of, yeah, he's absolutely that. That makes the most sense. God, that is a funny image. But yeah, like Randy Quaid in this is just doing Randy Quaid shit in this movie. And then he would become a real life version of all of these fucking weird ass characters that he's played over the course of his life and just channel that into his everyday existence.
That's
what a
too
weird
bad.
guy. What
That's
a weird
too
guy.
bad because the rest of that family I'm on board with. You know, I like Jack Quaid. I like Dennis Quaid.
Dennis is great in The Substance, and we love Jack in. I mean, he was good in Novocaine out earlier this year. He was great in Five Cream. We love that dude.
Yeah, and The Boys, obviously.
The Boys, obviously. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, like more Jack Quaid, please and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I see Novocaine. Novocaine's pretty fun.
I haven't seen it yet, but you said that you liked it, so I said I would look at it.
Yeah, it's it's a fun movie. Just kind of a hapless dude in the middle of an action movie that he has no, like, he's just not prepared for, which is really fun. And he's very good in it, and he's very funny. So yeah, Jack Quaid, we love that guy. Jack, better than Dennis, better than Randy. That's my hierarchy of Quaids.
I don't know. I like Dennis Quaid, and I like as an actor, as a performer, I like Randy Quaid sometimes.
Look, I'm not gonna disparage him too much. Acting wise, personally, I feel like the man has some problems.
Really?
But like I think
let's go for deeper into that, Steven. What's going on with you? And I thought it was just the other guy you didn't like. Who's that guy you don't like? Kevin Costner. They're not the same guy, Steven.
No. Here's the thing. I don't like Kevin Costner as an actor. I don't like Randy Quaid as a human being.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Dennis Quaid. My bad.
No, I think Dennis Quaid is a fine actor. I don't know
that maybe Inner Space.
I do, and The Substance, and I'm not a huge. I don't think I fall in line with his politics, but as an actor, Dennis Quaid, great. Maybe just live in your ignorance, then, Tucker.
Okay.
I feel you. When it comes
to politics, always live in your ignorance. You're going to be
okay
happier that way.
Yay!
The less you know about politics, the better. Right now,
because ultimately, what's going to happen, Tucker, is you're going to learn something, and you're gonna come back, and you're going to say,
"I was wrong."
That's true.
That's what's going to happen.
True. That's just me adding that to the show notes real quick.
This is why I should not be placed in charge of the soundboard.
I think there is a way to download what the soundboard does too. I
Oh.
noticed last time, so I might not have to go back and edit that stuff in.
That'd be nice.
We'll see.
You are still gonna have to make sure you edit out all the references to it though.
You bastard. Well, thank you for keeping that so close to the other thing I have to bleep out. So
I mean, I figured while you're here, you might as well.
yeah.
I mean, you could probably just chop this behind the scenes section altogether if you really wanted to.
No, that sounds like a lot of work.
That's not his style.
No, fair enough.
If I had time and energy, I'd probably do that.
But also Bobcat Goldthwait in this movie. Love that guy.
He's a sock.
He's Sacco. He's or Sockhead, who is just a three-handed person. There's a third hand where the head should be, and that hand has a sock on it with eyes, and it just talks like Bobcat Goldthwait does.
Now we do see him briefly when he's talking about his origin, how he came to the place, and it's Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yes, it is. It is Bobcat Goldthwait as the future, as the past Sockhead, and I mean you get 3 of the or 4 of those, and they're all pretty funny. You get the one for Sockhead, you get the one for the bearded lady, Mr. T as the bearded lady. You get the one for the worm man, the professor.
Yes.
And then you get one for the hammer, which used to be a wrench.
It's just
which there's a hammer on the like you do these other 3 and then you pan to the hammer and it's just a lengthy flashback of how the hammer used to be a wrench and was turned into a hammer
and everything. It's
a
fantastic payoff for that
no
show.
dialogue at all. Just and then everyone's just like, oh damn. Like everyone's just like it's really sad. Like that's the most tragic one.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic joke.
And the payoffs for that are really like when they're all dressed as milkmen trying to escape from the freak show, and Mr. T as the bearded lady is holding the hammer, and the hammer is also dressed like a milkman, is just an incredible joke that you will blink and
visual guys.
Yes. And they don't draw any attention to it. Like there's not a close up of the hammer as dressed as a milkman. He's just holding a hammer and it's wearing a milkman. Lest you forget that the hammer is in fact part of the freak show.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Which is great. Is great. Like, again, that's one of those things in this movie that I think works. And I think that works really well. But there's for every one of those, there's at least one, if not 2 other jokes that don't work super well for me.
I think in movies like this movie has a certain charm to it, and if you're into it, if it hits you just right and it tickles you, then even the bad jokes, they're worth the price of admission. It's kind of like a Pootie Tang or a Hot Rod in that regard, whereas both of those movies have a better ratio of hits to misses, but still it's the same where like the misses, they work because like you're into it anyway. So like it's the ones that don't exactly land, they're a lot funnier just because you're into the movie. Whereas like you put a clip up on YouTube of one of them like with no context, it's like what? Huh? But I think, like for me, when I watch this movie, when I'm in the mood, and I watch this movie, it all lands, even when it doesn't, just because I don't know. It's easy to appreciate things in certain contexts, and I think this film is an example of that. If you're into it, if that's what you're into, yeah.
Brett, is there a joke that works particularly well for you here? Like a joke that just kind of hits your Hall of Fame for this movie?
Not that I can recall really. I mean the wrench into the hammer joke is very good.
I like the board members, how they've all got the strings on their hands and they
The puppet.
they raise their hand to vote because they're all old and
Right.
And William Sadler's literally just got like a series of levers and pulleys next to his chair at all times.
One of my favorites is at the end. It goes back to the talk show, which is just like Pootie Tang. Like he's been telling this story the whole time.
Right.
And I think this is probably one of my top 5 jokes of the movie is when they finally turn the light on and his face is normal. It's just there was a plant casting a shadow.
Like a cactus or something behind him that looked exactly like the other half of his face. Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was a weird shadow.
The comic irony of like the fact that the professor just doesn't like macaroons, and so he doesn't become human just because he doesn't like macaroons. Like he couldn't force himself to eat one. He hates them that much.
Nope. He's gonna stay a worm
and never wipe his ass again.
That would be me with cabbage. They would be like, it's cabbage that turns you back, and I'm gonna be like, well, then I guess I'm staying a worm, bitch.
Yeah, I, even if it's something I dislike, like I have a handful of foods that I just tend to not care for. I'd suck it up for the return to humanity. It's,
I don't know. But then, I mean, who else is a worm? Come on.
Touche. This movie was originally intended as a vehicle for the 90s band, the Butthole Surfers. I don't know if you know this. You heard about this?
They do a lot of the songs on this, actually.
Right. It was basically Alex Winter's idea was Beach Blanket Bingo meets The Evil Dead, starring the Butthole Surfers. And then eventually they kind of dropped out, so they pivoted and kind of Alex Winter took over. The studio head, Joe Roth, really enjoyed the movie, believed in it, gave him $12 million, $1 million of which went to Keanu Reeves to secure his uncredited cameo in the movie. Such was his fame at the time. And then there was a shakeup at the studio, and the new studio head said, no, thank you. Do not like this. He was, the name of that studio head was Peter Chernin. And Peter Chernin did not like the film. And so like it was scheduled for a wide release. Like there were action figures released. Like this was supposed to be a big tentpole movie. And instead it opened on 2 screens.
Oh no.
The first week of October, 1993. It opened to 2 screens, made like less than $7,000 in its opening weekend and less than $30,000 across its entire run. So
I'd
not a
Go
hit.
ahead, I'd love to see this at a theater, and I'm going to timestamp this because speaking of, I did every couple months I'll do a Google search and see if there's anybody new talking about it. And every once in a while a screening will pop up just randomly somewhere at some artsy fartsy theater, like a midnight screening. Mm-hmm. And with me living in the 12th largest city in the United States now, I'm hoping that maybe one of those will pop up and I will know about it. Because
I'd really multiple theaters in this city that would totally play a movie like that for a special
Absolutely.
screening.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 off the top of my head I could think of. So
right.
Yeah, for sure. I want that to happen. Same with this movie. And I think it does happen from time to time. I think probably with as far as being able to ask someone to play it, I think my best chance is the Skyline in Shelbyville.
Yeah.
Because I am friendly with the guy who owns that place, so I could probably talk him into it.
Another thing you could do, and we all know someone who has done this, is you could just rent out a theater and watch it with your friends.
Well, not so much with this movie, but with that gets complicated because that's not a movie you can just get. Like you have to contact certain people to get that.
Right. Whereas I think if you have it like on physical media, that probably makes it a lot easier to do that with.
I mean, yeah, but well, Steven, you can't just show a movie. Like you have to, you can't just put a DVD on. Well, you're not supposed to. You're
Yeah, I'm
supposed to
pretty
like.
sure if you rent out a theater, they're not bothering to do anything with copyright. They're just going to show whatever
Correct.
you want to show.
Exactly.
Well,
Particularly because it's not a public screening. Then it's a private screening because you've rented the theater.
Yeah.
I don't know which. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, I was about to call the police because I personally would not download a car. That's just me. That's just me.
That's true.
I'm calling bullshit there, but okay.
I would not download a car. Are you kidding me?
If you had the option, I feel like you would download a car.
No, that's stealing. Lots of people worked hard to make those cars. If I download a car, then that's like they're not going to have jobs at some point. And it's my fault.
Just plug that into your 3D printer and just, build it yourself in your spare time.
Oh, well, I don't
like
think there's
Johnny
anything
Cash in
wrong
that
with
one song.
Oh, where he
one
takes
piece at a time.
One
Yeah.
piece at a time, yeah.
One
like that
piece at a
story.
time.
I tried to do that
cost me a dime.
I try to do that at my job, just not have to go to the grocery store. It's fantastic. Just one little grocery at a time.
That's it. And next thing you know, you fed your family for a week.
There you go. One of the perks.
But I'm sure if you reached out to Bruce Arnston, he would. I'm sure he would figure out a way to arrange a screening of it for you.
For sure. Yeah, it's not really that difficult to do.
I'm sure he's got representation that you can contact too. So yeah, and he'd probably come and do a Q&A after the screening too.
Yeah,
we could host it. I'd come back. I'd come back to Indy for that to host a screening of
Prison
Azizo.
Franchise presents.
Hey,
not that our name above the title would do anything, but yeah.
No, I'll tell you, we do have enough consistent listeners to fill a small theater. If
we can only get them all into one city at one time.
Because we have, on average, and have for the longest time, it's like it never goes up and it never goes down. We have about 150. That's about where we are every week across YouTube, Zencaster, all that stuff. So yeah, we'd have if we could get everybody in one place.
Well,
that'd be fantastic. And it would be the movie to do. It's one of our highest watched episodes. Now, Parents is our most watched on YouTube.
I was going to say, could you figure out a way to contact Bob Balaban? Would Bob Balaban come to Indiana to talk about that movie?
Is Wes Anderson shooting a movie right now? I don't know.
I think Wes Anderson's just perennially shooting movies. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably. Oh, Randy Travis. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Parents. That's our big one. People love that episode for some reason. Like 2,000 views.
That is insane. On the YouTubes.
My time truly has passed.
No,
you gotta watch it. Well, you know what? Since it is our highest, has the highest views, and I did round up. It's 1,594 views. But since it has the highest views, we should do just another episode on it. But it's with Brett this time. We'll call it Brett Watches Parents.
Do a commentary track of it. We've not done a commentary track in like 4 years.
Well, maybe, but just also a regular episode where Steven and I watch it again and Brett watches it for the first time.
I'm making you burn a straight up on that. I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll get Bob Balaban on.
I was going to say,
that kid, the kid who plays the kid in that movie, like he's just like an accountant somewhere. We could probably get him on.
We could probably get him, yeah.
What he's not in though? Weirdly,
Freaked.
Like I can't believe it. He's not in this movie.
Randy Quaid in this movie. I will say,
not in this movie.
Not in this movie. I did see a movie recently with Mary Beth Hurt in it, and I thought of you.
Oh, I love her. I want to hug her. I want to meet her and hug her.
Alex Zuckerman is in this movie as Stewie Gluck. And that is an actor who as soon as I saw him, I'm like, oh, that is just like one of the perennial kid actors of the 90s. He was in
yeah.
Uh-huh. He's in Blank Check, The Exorcist 3. Like just one of those actors who The Adventures of Huck Finn, the Elijah Wood movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just in shit. Like that kid just shows up and shit. And he is also, again, referencing our movie that we did last week. He is a perennial voice in a direct-to-video Wizard of Oz stint from
That's
96 to
true.
97. He did like several direct-to-video Wizard of Oz animated films as a voice
Virtual
actor.
Oz, Toto Lost in New York, and the Gnome Prince and the Magic Belt, and Christmas in Oz, and
But
Underground Adventure, and
I'm
the
pretty
Return
sure
of
Who
Mumby,
Stole Santa counts as well.
and Journey Beneath the Sea.
Like he just did, that was like after he did like a TV show appearance, he did Blank Check and a TV show appearance, and then just like all those. And he was after the last one, he was done. He was done.
That's what you do. You get that's enough residuals.
Mhm.
Speaking of, if I may, like I feel like we've said already a lot about Freaked, but I know that speaking of Oz, I know that Brett is someone who has seen Return to Oz and really wanted to be on the episode that we did about it. I wonder if we could just take a moment to for Brett to tell us what he thought of Return to Oz. Would that be okay?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, let's talk about that just briefly before we wrap this up. Tell us about Return to Oz, Brett.
It's real good.
Yeah. Oh, it is, right? That's what I'm screaming. Steven was kind of...
I was mid.
Steven was like, I straight up appreciate this, but it's not for me all the time, so...
Kind of where I'm at with this, honestly.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Joking aside, Return to Oz is definitely like... It was the genesis of what my aesthetic is now.
Same.
It feels
Like-
very... Return to Oz is very Brett-coded, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brett, one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in a film, and something that still creeps me out to this day, is when Dorothy wakes up all of Mombi's heads, and they all wake up and start screaming.
Oh, yeah, that scene is fucking terrifying.
That still, to this day, haunts my nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
no,
still like, just thinking about it, I'm a little uncomfortable. Like my heart rate went up just a little
Yeah.
bit when I thought about it.
Yeah, and as I told you when we were talking about it briefly in the group chat, like I am currently playing a D&D campaign set in a sort of like Halloweenish world, like very like gothic horror. Like it's based on a lot of different like it's like Tim Burton created a D&D world.
Okay, that tracks, yeah.
And my character is he's basically a scarecrow with a pumpkin head that I kind of based on
Nice.
Jack. So
Yeah.
Does he have Brian Henson's voice?
Does he call everyone mom?
You know what? In my head, now he does. But
Nice.
he doesn't call everybody mom though. No, he's
That's
he's more intelligent than Jack is.
Not
Even though
hard,
his-
but yeah.
Even though his name is also Jack.
Well, Jack was
Um,
brand new. He was brand new. It's not that he wasn't smart. He was just ignorant. Like he was brand new. He's a brand new
He's your-
person.
He's your scarecrow analog.
He just got here, man. He just got here.
You know he doesn't have a brain because there's a chicken in there for half the movie.
Yes. Yes, there
That's
is.
true. Yeah.
To think that they beat the villain of that movie because of a food allergy.
I know. It's
Fantastic.
insane.
I
We
love
didn't
it.
even talk about that last week. That's
No,
hilarious.
that's why we're talking about it now.
But I will the limited release of Freaked was for October 3rd, which was a Sunday. So I'm doing the box office for the following week, which was October 8th, 1993. Again, on a $12 million budget, according to Wikipedia. This film earned, I will say, I think was 30,000, I think is what we said.
Yeah.
Did not do well. Yeah, less than 30,000. So not even 30,000 off of a $12 million budget. The movie did not do that well.
Well, I think movies like this, a lot of them did bomb initially, but I mean they're kind of still making money, and they kind of when movies like this become cult classics and become reevaluated, and new generations discover them, like more and more people buy shit like the 4K, and this movie is still like right now. This movie's making money. When I spent $50 on this 4K, this movie made money.
Holy shit, Tucker! Really?
Yeah, dude, worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to import it from Australia. Tariffs, man. Come on.
Oh, touche.
Don't worry, it's region free.
Okay. Well, it's a 4K, so I would assume so. Yeah.
Well, the Blu-rays are too. So that's nice. Sometimes it's, the 4Ks are region free and the Blu-rays aren't, and that kind of sucks. Because usually the special features are on the Blu-rays.
That's why you get a region-free player like I have. But opening number 1 at the box office on October 8th, a future episode of this very podcast, a little movie called Demolition Man, which is new this week.
Oh,
I
hell
would
yeah.
watch that with you guys. I
Yeah,
don't
I'd
think
love
I've
to
seen
talk.
that since
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
that was one that was on like TBS and shit, or TNT
100%. TNT, yes.
when I was a kid.
Yeah, one of those
And,
movies
like,
that had the prolific censored dialogue. Like,
Yes,
Yes.
it was so bad you could tell. Like, it's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I think that my favorite of that is The Crow on the TV version. When the police are at the murder and Ernie Hudson's boss, who is just an asshole for no reason through the entire movie, usually he says "holy fucking shit," but on TV he says "holy flippin' spit," and I still sometimes say "holy flippin' spit" if I'm not saying "holy forkin' shirt balls."
I love
the two.
I love referencing those monkey fighting snakes on that Monday to Friday plane. That's always going to be a hallmark for me. But
yeah, I'm in this one.
Number 2, up from number 3 the weekend before, a movie I saw in theaters. Walt Disney Pictures, Cool Runnings.
I did not see that in
John
theater.
Candy classic.
Yeah.
Featuring Nothing But Troubles, John Candy. Yes.
I did own that on VHS though, that's for sure. I didn't see it at the theater though, unfortunately.
We taped that one off the Disney Channel during one of those free weekends. Yeah.
That's how you do it. That
is how we did
had
it.
the Disney Channel, so I watched that movie a lot because there was nothing else.
Nice.
There you go.
Mr. Fancy Pants over here, Brett.
Right?
My dad had a very good job growing up, okay? I was very privileged growing up until he got laid
Disney,
off. And then
Disney Channel and HBO.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Hanging out at Brett's house when I'm 12 years old.
Absolutely. Would that we had known him then.
Brett, why don't you move into my neighborhood 25 years ago? Why don't you do that?
I've said this before. I think we would have been probably very good friends. I feel.
Oh, dude, yeah, especially because you're so much bigger than me.
Well, yeah. I mean, me and Joseph would have been fighting over your friendship for sure.
Yes. Well, you would have been fighting other people while I mouthed off. Yes.
while his mouth wrote checks, his body was unwilling to cash.
Unable. It's not even really unwilling. I have a slender frame. Like
both can be true.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong.
And I would have been the guy that you would have been like this little goody two shoes nerd ass boy. No, thank you.
Yeah,
I would have given
behind
you.
Yeah, I would have been wedgied and shoved in a locker and forgotten for several weeks until I
was the champion of the outsider when I was younger, to a fault. Even like I tried to befriend some very scary people.
Well, I think there's a difference between like outsider and what Steven probably was. I mean, I don't mean that offensively, but like
too late.
No, I liked all the Jesus nerds too, man. I liked everybody. Like, I don't know. I was that guy.
I was more of the outcast guy as well. I definitely hung out with them more than anything in high school. So,
well, I mean, I will not say that I didn't also hang out with like the cool kids too. I was one of those rare beasts that could walk with impunity between all of the different groups.
A daywalker.
Yes.
When you go to a small enough school, everyone knows everyone, so they kind of have no choice but to interact with you, whether they want to or not. So,
Steven, my graduating class had over 400 people in it, so that's not the case.
I graduated in a class of 60.
Nice. I like that. I did briefly go to a Jesus school of only 30 students in K through 12. I think that was very formative. That was why I kind of became the person I was, who was that popular person in all of the groups in high school. If it hadn't been because in middle school I was a mess. And so my parents sent me to this little tiny Jesus school, and that's kind of how I figured out who I was. And then they sent me back to public school, and I fucking thrived. Thrived.
I went to public school for 3 years and completely shut down.
Oh, Steven. If I were there, I would have befriended you and you would have had a cool time.
You didn't live on that side of town.
That's too bad. We knew a lot of the same people, though. That's a damn shame.
It's because I went to church on another side of town.
Yeah.
I mean, I think your parents got there to that side of town, but you know.
Yeah, they're there now, but
They're there now, but not when I was a kid, damn it.
I'm East Side born and bred.
Yeah.
Near
South
East
Side
Side.
boy.
The close East Side.
Yikes.
I can still hear the gunshots, East Side.
I was going to say, right. At third place in the box office, a little movie called Malice with one of the Baldwins. You got a Nicole Kidman in there, down from number 1 the week before. So not a good gainer. In fourth place, down from number 2 in its third weekend. Speaking of Elijah Wood, but also Macaulay Culkin, a little movie called The Good Son.
Oh,
The Good Son.
Boy. That's a weird one.
That's one of those movies I
is.
can't watch because it just makes me angry. Movies about like a kid that's being tormented and nobody believes him. Like that shit drives me insane. I can't. It gives me so much anxiety. I can't watch it.
Well, it looks like Brett's ready to go back to at number 5, An Age of Innocence, the Martin Scorsese film Age of Innocence at number 5. And then rounding out the top 10, we have at number 6, The Joy Luck Club. Number 7, something called Mr. Jones. What if there was a Mr. Jones?
What if Counting Crows made a movie?
Starring Richard Gere as the titular Mr. Jones. Also Bill Pullman, Lena Olin, Delroy Lindo, and Anne Bancroft. Like, incredible cast for a movie that does not exist.
I'm down in New Amsterdam. Can I tell you?
Yellow hand now.
Can I tell you just a very short anecdote? For the longest time, Mr. Jones by Counting Crows was my bad luck song. For some reason, every time it came on the radio, something bad would happen, and it all culminated when I lived in Germany. I was in the military, and we had an off-base warehouse where we kept a lot of shit we didn't need at the warehouse on base. So, most of which was there was all of our Christmas decorations were there for the office. So my friend Dave and I, being the low men on the totem pole, we were tasked with taking the warehouse truck, the warehouse American truck, to the off-base warehouse to get the Christmas decorations. So we had a full-ass artificial tree in the back of this Ford F-150 and boxes of decorations, all this other stuff. We're driving down the road and we're listening to Rockland Radio and Das ist das super hit. And for some reason, they played Mr. Jones by the Counting Crows. And I was like, oh man, like some bad shit's happened while listening to this song, but it's just such a banger. And like we're getting into it, we're singing it and stuff because I had showed him August and everything after, because we lived close and we were best friends and stuff. And while we were just straight up jamming out with our clams out to this song, that artificial Christmas tree on the Autobahn leaves the back of our truck. we keep going, but the tree, it's back there. Luckily, it like blew to the side of the road instead of like hitting another motorist. Which we got so lucky, we just kind of stopped and backed up on the shoulder and got it. But that could have been really bad. So for about that was like 2004 when that happened until last year, I was afraid of that song. And last year at the campground during karaoke, I decided, you know what? I don't have bad luck songs. I'm not going to let this song do this to me. So I did it. I did Mr. Jones for karaoke, and the pavilion did not collapse. No one died. No one got hurt. It is good to hear because that motherfucker's been leaning for a good 2 years. I'm just waiting for that thing to come down. Really.
Well, it's no longer your problem. If it does.
No, I guess not. Like you look at it from far away and you're like, that. You gotta tilt your head like a curious dog, Okay, right. Now that's a pavilion. There you go.
At number 8, we have the Robert De Niro film, directed by Robert De Niro, A Bronx Tale, with him and Chaz Palminteri.
Oh yeah.
At number 9, we have The Program, directed by David S. Ward,
There was that
the
whole
man who
thing.
gave us Major League and King Ralph and Down Periscope.
Yes, but The Program, wasn't that the one where people got in trouble for imitating it, where they lie down in the middle of the road? Is that movie?
Several players from different backgrounds try to cope with the pressures of playing football at a major university.
Yes. And
Each
people
deals with the pressure differently. Some turn to drinking, others to drugs, and some to studying.
and it was a big deal. It was on the news back in the day because people in college football teams imitated the behavior in the movie, some of which was laying on the yellow dotted line of a highway, like laying on their backs and letting cars just pass, and people got hurt doing that because they were imitating this film.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's real dumb.
But,
That's the only thing I know
yeah.
about that movie. Which
Which
that's
is
it.
more than I know about it. It's
Program.
got Halle
What's the
Berry and James Caan.
What if you
in
programmed
there.
something?
Yeah. What if there was a program? Omar Epps, discount David Boreanaz from our episode on Nightbreed, from our Nightbreed episode. Craig Sheffer is in there. The OG Buffy, Christy Swanson, Abraham
Yes.
Ben Ruby. Great
Love her.
cast. Joey Lauren Adams, we love her.
Mhm.
Very, very interesting cast in this film. And then at number 9, or at number 10, rather, that was number 9. Number 10, For Love or Money, but not both.
Okay.
The film is For Love or Money. Yeah.
Neat.
Yep.
Sweet.
But there you go. Those are top 10. The Metascore, I didn't even look up the tomatometer score. What the hell is wrong with me? Let me grab the tomatometer score for Freaks. Let's see if there is one, first of all. It looks like there is. And it is 57% is the Rotten Tomatoes tomatometer score for this film. The Metascore is a 58 based on 12 critic reviews. And Tucker, now with the new reduced 3-point spread, how many stars do you think Freaked currently has on Letterboxd as of the time of this recording?
I think this is a unique film for Letterboxd because it kind of writes its own meme reviews. So I think people on Letterboxd, I think no matter how you slice it, it's going to be above average. So I'm going to say, let's see, 0.3. I'm going to say between 3 3.4 and 3.7. Nope. Yes, 3.4 and 3.7. Final answer.
The Letterboxd score for 1993's Freaked is a 3.6.
Wow.
Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, you did it.
Wow. Wow. 3.6. That's
There you go.
That's
I mean,
surprisingly high. I did not expect
that's
Letterboxd
impressive.
to go that high. Yeah.
Nor I. But
like
there are, I
say,
will say, over 2,700 5-star ratings for this film, which is 14% of the overall ratings.
I can't
So,
believe there's that many reviews or ratings on Letterboxd for this film, honestly.
Brett, out of 5 stars, how many are you going to give to 1993's Freaked?
I spoiled it earlier already. I
You
gave
did.
it 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. We can always go back and bleep that out.
Nah. Didn't
Tucker's
timestamp
not-
it. Don't care.
Why? It's fine.
Tucker, how about you? How many are you giving to Freaked?
It's very hard to give it either a 3.5 or a 4. So I'm going to have to use the rarely used 3.75.
which is a cop out, whatever.
Which Letterboxd doesn't do.
Right.
Are we going by Letterboxd ratings? Is that I didn't know we were based on Letterboxd. I didn't know we were doing the same rating system.
We log this on Letterboxd once we average it out. So.
Fantastic. All right, then put me down for round it up. Put me down for a 4.
Okay. All right. Which with my 2.5 brings us to a 10.
When I'm not in the mood for it, a 2.
Yeah.
I really if I'm not if I have a bad day at work, you throw this motherfucker on, no, you're just gonna make my day worse. But if I'm in a good mood,
say that your rating is a 3 then, because when you want to watch it, it's a 4. When you don't, it's a 2. So,
but the thing is, I don't. Why would I can't see myself ever putting it on when I'm not in the mood, though. So it's a non-issue. It's something to mention that I do have to be in the mood for it.
Anecdotal.
But I'm not going to throw it on when I'm not in the mood, because straight up, why? Why would I?
Sure. Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, you put a little asterisk next to the...
I know thyself. I understand me for the most part, which is pretty cool, actually. I'll tell you guys, it's pretty cool.
To thine own self be true, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah.
What he said.
Yeah.
Ditto.
All we are is dust in the wind, dude. Dust. Wind.
Dude.
Yeah.
Well done.
There it is. And that is
every rose has its thorn. Anyway, please continue.
You couldn't see it, but Tucker did the pose. The hand on the chest and the other one in the air. Be excellent to each other is all I have to say about that. And but also, if you're thinking about it, party on, dudes.
You might as well.
Might as well. While we're here thinking about it, yeah.
God, Stephen, God gave rock and roll to you. He put it in the souls of everyone. Everyone.
Right? That's what I've heard. Yeah. Yeah.
And also, 2 heads better than 1. I don't know if you knew that.
And while we're on the topic, I feel like I need to say, for the record, station. It's just where we are as a society right now.
Yeah,
we need station more than ever.
Please do. Yes.
Fun fact, that was my nickname in high school because I was also a large, hairy dude.
And you had a magnificent butt?
No, I don't think that was why.
Oh, okay. Please do not overlook my butt.
Oh, and that is our episode.
Sooner or later, you dance with the Reaper.
Okay, I'm just going to let Tucker keep riffing, and we will not do socials. We'll just let Tucker keep quoting various lines from the various Bill and Ted films.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This must be what you feel like when we're quoting Ghostbusters 2 all the time.
Yeah, hey, that's what I heard.
That's another one of those fantastic 80-yard lines when you watched it on cable.
Yeah. No, like when the tape that I had, I think we taped it off network television, and that joke just isn't in there. It's just not there. They cut around it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just leaves, and Venkman's like, I am going to miss him. I'm going to send him a nice fruit basket.
Cowardice.
Indeed.
Pure cowardice. This is our episode on 1993's Freaked. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I don't know. You can let us know at disenfranchedpod@gmail.com. Shoot us an email. We may read your thoughts on the air, on the episodes. You can also hit us up on social media. We're at disenfranchedpod on Bluesky, Letterboxd, and YouTube. Check us out in all 3 of those locations. Don't find us anywhere else because we pretty much don't use those platforms anymore. Because most of them are run by fascist sympathizers now. So no, thank you. It's just the sad reality that we live in these days. You can also join our Patreon, the official Conversation of the Disenfranchised podcast, patreon.com/disenfranchpod. You can I don't know, for $5, get access to like tons of behind the scenes, including commentaries that we've actually recorded on movies like Train to Busan and Addams Family Values, or like short films like the time Brett and I just decided to do the entire Bambi versus Godzilla franchise on a single recording. That was fun.
Yeah. Or Christmas time, we did the
Muppet Family Christmas.
Muppet Family Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. We also did that one weird little animated film, the name of which is escaping me right now, but I absolutely adored it. And Tucker was like, "This kind of sucks."
What was it? Double TF are you guys talking about?
What's it called? I don't know. I think Tucker. We asked Tucker about it later, and he said he thought it sucked. He didn't. He wasn't there with us when we watched it.
No, he didn't. He was not
Rejected. It's called Rejected by Don Hertzfeldt.
That's the one.
I don't remember that at all. What's that?
I think you watched it and listened to our recording at the same time, and you're like, "Well, guys, I just don't get why you like this."
And it's animated?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very, very fun little film. I quite enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, with the banana and the...
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna...
Banana.
Look, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but it's not for me.
Basically, Tucker, what you're saying right now is...
I was wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or for free, you can join the official conversation of the Disenfranchised podcast. Leave a comment. Tucker or I generally will respond. Mostly Tucker. Let's be real. And you can talk to us directly. Get these main feed episodes directly on your feed, and spend absolutely $0 to do it.
$0.
Either way, we completely appreciate it. And while you're on the internet, if you want to continue spending $0 to support us, leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. That goes a long way to helping us find more people like you. And we think you're pretty cool. So people like you, probably also pretty cool. Let them find us.
Also, if I could interject just very quickly, whatever service you use to listen to our podcast, apparently we have about 40 subscribers on YouTube now. So that's about a third of our audience. So anybody that's experiencing our podcast anywhere, leave some comments there and let us know. Just let us know you're there.
Engage with the material, guys.
Yes.
It helps us out quite a bit.
Because we'd like to have you on the Patreon, but anywhere is fine.
Yeah.
Really.
Absolutely.
I check all that stuff.
He does.
Yeah. I got apps that give me notifications and shit.
He's kind of insane with the metrics, let's be honest.
If you're leaving a comment somewhere, I'll know about it pretty quickly. So don't hesitate if you're not listening on the Patreon not to leave a comment or something. Though the official conversation, as Steven said, is on the Patreon. Sorry for the rabbit trail there, Steven. I just wanted to clarify that we're not against comments anywhere else. It's just the official convo.
That is the official Tucker will most likely engage with you wherever you leave those comments, unless it's Bluesky, in which case it'll be me.
There you go.
Let's be real. You're not on Bluesky.
Yes, I'm glad that we're being real, Steven. I don't want to. I want to maintain the integrity of the pod here.
And while we're being real, I was in fact the social media manager for Tuck Mugs for the first couple years. That was me. That was me.
Okay, all right, it's out.
Being
I
real?
can't do anything about it. I can't do anything.
We're being real.
It.
We're just being real right now.
It's not like I can go back and completely take that entire part out. Like my hands are tied. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. What do you
out there now?
This thing? No,
nope,
absolutely
it's out
not.
there now.
Right.
I don't have time for that shit. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's not like you're not going to be combing through this episode finding every instance of words like
Look, oh you bastard. Look, I work in a and it's between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So your boy don't have shit for anything. Time for anything. I also have
time or shit. Let's be real.
My colon is very neglected these days. Like normally I'm a morning shitter, but it's like not until maybe noon or 2:00 before I'm letting that go.
Yikes.
I'm not a fan of that. Also not editing that out.
Up there festering, yeah.
It's the worst. And like the bathroom is like it's a big bathroom and lots of stalls, so like there's never like truly any privacy.
The echoes, man. The echoes.
And like the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like roll up in there 10 minutes early and hit a toilet. So like, I'm not even worrying about it. Nah, all stalls were taken.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was like, great. I'm just standing here 15
Prairie
minutes late for
dogging.
work and
Yeah.
nowhere to shit. Fantastic.
Just prairie dogging in the work bathroom. Love that.
Yup. Hated
This is
it.
definitely going to be a talking point in the show notes for sure.
Sounds like
Please.
Glad I work from home. My toilet is never full.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
That is nice work if you can get it, Brett.
Mm-hmm.
You can while we're on the subject of shitty things online, you can follow me on Bluesky or Letterboxd at Chewy Walrus. Me, Stephen Foxworthy, your host. Brett, anywhere we can find you on socials these days?
Nope.
Awesome,
Nar.
love it. Tucker, what about you?
I'm on Instagrams and YouTubes at Ice909. That's ICENINE, the number 0 and the number 9. I would like to announce to everybody who listens, or anybody, not everybody, more like anybody who listens to my music on the YouTubes. It's a handful of folks. I know I've been talking about Christmas spaghetti for years.
You have.
I wish this were the year.
Oh.
I really do. But
as we talked about before, you don't have time for shit and shit for time.
I don't even have time to shit.
I know.
That's what I'm telling you right now. Today, I had a day off today, Steven, and it was the best day I've had in probably a month.
I love that for you.
I had such a great time today. I woke up at 9:30 in the morning, Steven.
Oh, Tucker.
You know what time I normally get up?
Earlier than that?
5 o'clock.
That's insane. Morning. I hate that for you.
Weekday, weekend, doesn't matter. Yeah. But this morning, 9:30, got up. I spent most of the day in the kitchen, which is, you guys, the
Love
kitchen
that.
is where it's at.
Kitchen is where it's at.
You get a speaker in there. You get one of those kitchens where you've got some room to move around, maybe a small table by a window. The kitchen is my favorite room in the house.
That's going to be me like this week because we're in the Thanksgiving time. I'm going to be doing tons of kitchen work and I kind of love it. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
That's me year round, Steven. I'm only about 6% Italian, but I run an Italian kitchen. Like, we're going to have some music on, and anybody that's in there, we're going to be loud and talking over each other, and we're going to be laughing about 3 times louder than we talking. And Steven, once I secure a place of my own here, I want both of you boys to come by and experience my kitchen because
Sure,
it's the place to be. You're hanging out in my kitchen, you're having a good time.
We could record an entire episode of this podcast from your new kitchen.
I would love to do like maybe bi-monthly live from Tuki's kitchen disenfranchised episodes. Oh, it'd be fantastic. I'd be making us something awesome, or one of us even. Like, you guys, I'm sure, have specialties that you cook or prepare.
We're all good cooks. I
was going to say, yeah,
dude, yeah.
We do enjoy the cooking for sure.
Yes. Oh, that sounds fantastic. That's I'm gonna go ahead and put my application in for a VA loan tomorrow for that.
Love that.
Though the house I was into, the railroad bought it. There was this house on Bluff where I was like, oh, I like that house. It's all brick, and it's by the railroad tracks, but also you can see some factories in the distance. But you
I know right where that is. Yes,
just a little bit south of that bridge, the interstate bridge that goes over Bluff, just a little bit south there.
Mm-hmm.
I could say the exact address, but I'm not going to on mic. But I've been following the property card on that on the city government websites for months. And a couple weeks ago, it was in a trust for months. And I was like, okay, it's in a trust. Somebody died, so eventually it's, going to be for sale. No, railroad bought it. About 2 weeks ago, motherfucking railroad bought it.
Dang old railroad buying up all our land.
They took our land.
No, I mean, the tracks are near there, but they don't need another rail yard. Man, there's one like not even a mile and a half north of there. There's a whole ass railroad yard there.
And it's going to be bigger now.
I guess.
All right.
Address is in the chat.
Oh, there it is. I could look that up on Google Maps right now.
Had a fantastic deck in the back, and you know what drew me
very close to where my parents are right now.
Was honestly. An old school smokestack in the back. Those old brick smokestacks we used to have in like the 70s and 80s. You had one at your school. You had a smokestack at your school for some reason.
Sure,
I did. I went to IPS 34. There was a fucking smokestack there when I went there. Sounds about right. And I've just been drawn to it ever since I came back to Indy. I go up to Bluff. I take from Fountain Square to the Perry Meridian area. I take Bluff every day for months. I pass that house in the dark, and I pass it when the sun is out. And I fell in love with it. And I think I'm just really disappointed that I don't even have a chance. The railroad just bought it, and they're just gonna fucking... 1955, this house was built. That's not even 100 years ago, and they're just gonna tear it down.
It's all right, man. It wasn't meant to be. That's not, you'll find...
Well, someone get a smokestack, Brett.
You might somewhere. I don't fucking know.
Fucking build your own smokestack, bitch.
You could.
No, I want an old one.
Just stress it with like...
You want that house to have ghosts.
No, it's just look, this house.
I wanted smokestack.
This house. The reason I wanted this house is because it had. I'm a man of many places. Like I'm a city boy, and I'm a city mouse and a country mouse. And everything in between. And that house on Bluff was perfect because it is. I mean, you got fields and forest around you, but also you have factories and railroad tracks and a busy road. It's really everything all at once in one place. And the interstate's right there. If you look north from that house, you can just watch the interstate. If you look west from that house, you can watch factories and railroads. If you look south or east, you can see trees and cornfields. Like it's everything everywhere all at once. In one place.
You just described the south side of Indianapolis. Sure enough.
But that was the peak. That was it right there. And you could still, like, in the middle of the night when Bluff isn't busy, you could still probably step out in the middle of the road and see downtown from there. You get a view of the city. You'd see those skyscrapers. Boy, that's why I take Bluff. I could take Meridian, I could take Madison, but no, I take Bluff because the whole way down, you've got a view of the skyline, pretty much, of downtown. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up.
That is our episode on 1993's Freaked. Join us next week. We'll be back with something else, talking about some other shit. But until then, for the very present, Brett Wright, we love you. We love you, buddy. It's been good to have you on.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
And for the ubiquitous Tucker, I'm your host, Stephen Foxworthy. Until next time, we're all just a bunch of hideous mutant freaks. What do you want?
I hate macaroons.
Styrofoam cup.